All right, today we're hitting the home stretch and we're on the second to last topic. And in this topic, I want to talk about systematizing all of this so that you can get those websites cranked out and out there fast, get them up there within, a day or two, maybe even within minutes. All right, so the first thing I want to say is, you've gone through all the steps. I've given you everything you need to know except for the last couple. Um, what you want to do is you want to systematize everything, meaning create these websites, do your research, create your ads, publish your Google AdSense ads the same way every single time. So it's cookie cutter. All you have to do is really just kind of stamp these out. Then in the next step, we're going to talk about, you know, basically you devising your own system, using mine as kind of your backdrop or as your foundation, but you using your own system and training somebody else, an outsourcer, to do this for you so that, you know, maybe you're not cranking out one a week, but you're cranking out 10 a week or 20 a week. Do the math. I mean, it scales pretty quickly and you can hire people pretty cheaply who can essentially do everything that I'm teaching here. And I don't have a problem with you, um, showing people these videos. They're free out there on YouTube. So use them. All right. But the things I want to mention in this topic especially, and this is going to go pretty quick because I don't have um, the I don't have enough time or the inclination to go through each one of these in detail. You can go get training out there. You can find it for free through Google and other places. But I want you to get in the habit of installing and using Google Webmaster Tools and Google Analytics and setting up your Google AdSense ads the same way every single time. And if you use that plugin that I mentioned in one of the previous videos early on when we were talking about Google AdSense, it's a really neat plugin for creating the same or creating a systematized approach to publishing ads that you're going to get paid for. So the last piece of this, after you've done, after you've installed and configured and set up Webmaster Tools and Analytics and your AdSense ads, is you want to take your website once it's all done. You've got the content up there, you've got it configured, you've got all the plugins you want, AdSense is running great, your affiliate offers are going. Clone that. Now, the reason you want to clone it is so that you can replicate it or deploy it on another site with a different topic. Now, think about this a minute. You're probably going to want to clone it before you have your affiliate content or any content in there, but at some point you're going to want to clone that site because you're going to you may use 5 or 10 different themes, but you can clone a site with 5 or 10 themes installed, and then you just pick one and activate it. And if you want, you can delete the rest. But basically what you're doing is you're building a framework. You're building a templated WordPress website so that if you want to deploy it into another URL or another domain, you can quite easily, and then just add content. Does that make sense? That's the key here, is you want to make this in such a way that you have a template that you can deploy, add content, modify a few things, but you don't have to modify everything, right? Modify a few things, and then once you get really good at that, you want to take your system and your template, and feel free to use my videos and teach somebody else how to do it, or maybe 5 other people how to do it, so that now you're not only creating one website a week, you're creating 5 websites a week or 10 websites a week. And again, I've said this before, do the math. $3 a day, 500 websites a year instead of 50 websites a year. The math, it adds up, right? This model can scale quite easily if you can find people who want to do the work. And you're going to have to pay them, but you can figure it out. And it's certainly easily doable. So when I clone a website, I actually use one of two tools. One is Backup Buddy, which is a premium WordPress plugin, and one is a script. It's also something I pay for called WP Twin. Now, either one of those will work with these smallish type sites. Backup Buddy works better for bigger sites, but WP Twin is brain dead simple, easy to use. So either one of those you can use, but you can also use, there are lots of free plugins out there for WordPress that do backups. You're going to have to find one that does that has the deploy option as well, but they're not hard to find. And at the very worst, you could always um, make manual copies of your files and folders in WordPress and copy your database and then deploy those on another domain. You don't want to do that though. If you're going cheap, that's what you're going to have to do. But if you can invest in something like Backup Buddy, make a clone of your site, then deploy that clone over and over and over and over again, and then just add content and change a few things like the affiliate offers, you're going to be golden, and you could really scale this out quite a bit. All right. I hope that makes sense. I know I kind of rambled on this one, but we're getting to the end, and I think you've got a good idea of how this all works. And really, the idea now is just to systematize it so that you can replicate it, rinse and repeat over and over and over again. All right. So next time we're going to talk about that rinse and repeating, and I'll see you then.